Hey guys, I'm Avatar04 here with another Korra review, and today I'll be reviewing The Legend of Korra art book, The Art of the Animated Series by Dante DiMartino, Brian Konietzko, and Joaquim Dos Santos. This was painted by Brian Konietzko himself. Pretty amazing. Once again, just as like the original series, they're making art books, except for this one. It's more in detail, and each page gets like up to 20 pages. I mean, each episode gets up to 20 pages, sorry. So you get a lot more detail than you did with the original one. It's the same dimensions, but this one's just thinner just because it's only 12 episodes. That they covered like all 61 in that one. So, yeah. They're making one for each of the 4 books, if you didn't know. This one's the one for book 1 here, of course. And once again, on the back, you have a nice piece of concept art and a little sketch of Korra. That was in San Diego Comic-Con 2011 when they announced all the character designs and all that stuff. So, we have a quote up here. It says, "I'm the Avatar, you gotta deal with it," because that's kind of her character-defining line. That's what she said in episode 1. And also some of the critical acclaim that it's received. It says, "The smartest cartoon on TV, Korra is striking. Maybe better than the original." And, yeah, let's get into the book itself. Once again, we have the Avatar world map, just like in the original one. Beautiful, painting right there. And pretty much it's laid out the same way as the original series one. Except this one just goes into more into depth, like I said. And because this is kind of like a follow-up, they didn't have to tell how they come up with the world and everything. That thing was already set. Yes, they had to come up with new ideas and everything, but it mostly just dove right into the character designs. It didn't tell how much they came up with Korra and Metalbender cops and all that stuff. But there are a few points in there like that, but it's not really definite like in the other one. But that's kind of makes sense because everything's already set. You get neat little facts like in the Naga one. If you read all the little captions and everything, you learn a few things you didn't know. Like Naga was like stranded in the tundra, and Korra found her when she was really little, and she raised her as her own. And also Pabu, Bolin found Pabu in a pet store when he was 14. So you get little neat facts about that. Of course, just like the original one, you get to see concepts and original character sketches through development. And that always amazes me, and I just find it interesting because a lot of times it looks nothing like they're finalized. I don't know how they just come up with them like that, and you get to see expression sheets and just what they thought about the character in the captions. Also some concept art for what that they sent to Nickelodeon to get it show them their ideas. And also you get to see Mako and Bolin, who their parents were and all that stuff. And also some street paintings that you didn't see in book 1. Maybe we'll see them in the future, one of the future books. But also, you get this little disturbing picture right there. Bolin in a thong. I don't know why they put that there. I guess because of comic relief. But, yeah. And the animals are really cool. They went into depth, on their designs. More than some of the characters, actually. And there's the Airbender kids. And this is really a good book, especially if you're into how they make it, like the animation side of things, like I am, and drawing and all that stuff. And there's an awesome piece of a Limbe Fong drawing done by someone who works on Korra, which is just looks amazing. Yeah, and here's a little preventing thing. They tell you how they come up with the preventing and all the designs for the outfits and everything. And one thing that's really interesting, since each chapter gets its own little backdrop right there of a beautiful painting, and nearly each episode gets its own chapter. There are a few that didn't have as many new characters for them to talk about, of course, so they combine the two. Like Spirit of Competition and The Winner Is, episodes 5 and 6 is in one chapter. And there's like one more, I think When Extremes Meet and Out of the Past. The first chapter is, of course, episode 1, and this chapter got the first episode got 20-something pages, and it shows mostly you get to see a lot of background paintings, and look at this. How someone draws that, I have no idea, but it's just amazing. Now I'm going to skip ahead a little bit now that you know kind of how it looks. There's the Preventing Arena designs. One thing, just like I said in the original, my review of the original series art book, you get to see a lot of the neat facts, like this doorknob is 5 inches long, 2 inches thick, and it's just interesting like that. You get to see the more definite designs in the buildings that you didn't really see because of the color added, and all that interesting stuff. And I'm just going to skip through. There's the old Avatar gang, well, some of them that we saw in Out of the Past. Sokka, Toph, and Aang. And you get to see some storyboards, just like the first one. And yes, like that all the way through. Just designs, character designs, of course. And this is just an awesome design. I read the caption on this page, and it said, Brian Konietzko, one of the co-creators, said that this was definitely the hardest design he's ever done. It's like the United Forces ship, and after all the chapters are done, you get ancillary art with a nice shot of Air Temple Island right there. And this is just the DVD covers and the original designs for that, how they came up with them, of course, and some of the press art that they've done for t-shirts and all that stuff. And here's a cool poster that was done by someone that works on Studio Mir, the one who animated book 1 of Korra, and some paintings the creators did, the press art for the book 1 finale, and of course the Comic-Con poster from 2011 that they gave the fans. But it's a full sheet of it, so it looks really awesome. And of course the Old Friends, New Friends poster with Katara, Aang, Sokka, Toph, Zuko, and all of them, and the new one when they're middle-aged. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I highly recommend this book. Just like the other one, it's probably my favorite Avatar merchandise, these two books. And once again, they are making them for books 1 through 4 of Korra. So, 1 down, 3 more to go. And by the time Korra ends, I'll have a lot of art books. Wow. But anyway, once again, I highly recommend this, especially if you're into the artistic and animation side of things. And so, yeah, I love this book, and I'm sure you will too.